Hello, welcome to another insightful episode of Sankofa Inner City Cultural League Virtual. Yes, we are still virtual. You are welcome to join us here in the building if you and your parents decide that that is a good thing for you, something that you can do. But for those of you who cannot, we are coming to you today virtually. Today, actually, for the last couple of days, we've been discussing getting prepared for college. Why have we done it? Because we know that the career path that you choose is basically what defines you. It defines how you live, where you live, how you dress, and the type of car that you buy. And we know that if you prepare for college in enough time, then you will truly be ready. Because colleges don't only look at your transcripts. They look at other things that you have going on. What things have you done in your community? What community service have you done? What extracurricular activities have you been a part of? What extracurricular activities have you led? So we've been talking about those things so that you can truly be prepared for college. In one of our do-it-yourself projects, we first started off by making sure that you had a clean environment in which to work, a safe environment in which to work. I talked about in my previous presentation about proper study habits so that you can make sure that if you need quiet, and most of us do, to study, that we have that. If you're one of those that needs music that you're not focusing on so as to get through your studies, that you have a place where you can do that and not interrupt others. What I'm going to talk about today are as the slide says, it says jobs that you may pursue without college degrees. Please do not misunderstand. I am not saying don't go to college. If that's what you and your parents have decided is for you, by all means, continue to do that. But if you've listened to our presentations, we talk about knowing what the career path you wish to take. What does it require for you to get a job in that particular field? So for example, if your career requires you to go to college and get a degree, by all means, go get one. You can't be a lawyer without a college degree. Can't do it. You cannot be a teacher without a college degree. Please go get one. But there are jobs that you can do that pay handsomely and you don't need a degree to get. Now, many of these require some other type of qualification, and usually that's in the form of either a certification or passing maybe a civil servant exam or some other exam to show that you have the knowledge to do the job. Okay? I only looked up a couple because I just wanted us to just kind of have something to talk about. To be a police officer or to work in law enforcement, as you can see from this slide, you only need to get your high school diploma or your GED. You're not required to go to college. Again, I'm not saying don't go to college. If your particular career requires it, this is just a career in which that doesn't. And I know that every job needs to be filled. We need policemen. We need people in law enforcement. So this is a career path that is needed. If you decided that you are the right temperament for this particular type of job, this is how you may pursue it. Okay? There are other minimum requirements. I believe that you can't have been a criminal and then go try to stop other criminals. So there are some requirements which you have to make sure that you meet. As you can see here, it says a bachelor degree is optional. You can go get one, but it's not required to be in law enforcement. But you do have to pass a law enforcement entrance exam. I've seen people study for it. It's a rather huge volume book. And then you have to go take a test. I'm not sure how many questions are on the test, but you have to pass that test in order to be admitted into being able to do law enforcement. And then you have to graduate from the police academy. rigorous physical things that you have to do, and some more academic things as well. And then once you are in law enforcement, then you have to work towards getting promotions. Okay? There are different, excuse me, gotta go back one. There are different types of positions that, excuse me one second, I need to go back, that you may get in law enforcement. Obviously, you can be a police officer, but you can be a federal marshal, you can be a forensics analyst, you can actually do paralegals, probation officer, correction officer, on and on, as the list does say. Different levels paid differently. I imagine, I don't know this for sure, but I would imagine that a police officer makes a little bit less than a federal marshal. But if truly that is something that you're interested in, law enforcement, this is something that you can look up. You would want to do this, as I said in my previous presentation, you want to start doing this type of research while in middle school. And I'll say this again. I know you guys say, why in middle school? I just got here. I'm not even thinking about college. Because in order to receive the fruits of a plan, you have to plan long before you're looking for the fruits. So if you expect to be able to take advantage of your research by the time you're going to college, you have to plan and done that before then. And middle school, as I said in my previous presentation, is the perfect time because you can do it without stress. You don't have to worry about, oh my God, I'm behind schedule or whatever the case may be. You can take your time about doing the research. You can take your time about speaking to people already in the career that you're considering. You can find out if there are internships that you can pursue. You also have the opportunity to actually find what type of things you enjoy doing. And by finding those things out, you get to determine the career that is best for you. Okay? Another position that you might pursue is one of an accountant. Okay? Again, you can go to college for 4 years and get a bachelor's degree to be an accountant, but you don't have to. You don't have to. Okay? It's just a matter of deciding where you wish to be in the accounting field, whether you wish to be a bookkeeper or an actual CPA, to determine what courses you should take. You do have to decide between an accountant and a CPA because it's a bit different. Because if you decide to be a CPA, certified public accountant, then you have to pass a CPA exam. And I believe it's an exam you have to pass annually. But as someone starting out, you've taken the test, you pass. So all you have to do at that point is just get an entry-level job and then work your way up. Look for educational opportunities, work the job, do the best that you can at all times, and you will be promoted, thusly earning more and more money as time goes by. The job opportunities as an accountant, as you can see from this particular slide, are chartered accounting. You can be an external auditor, company secretary, so on and so forth. The list is in front of you. I don't believe I have any other slides, but there is a positions that, or field that is near and dear to my heart, IT. IT does not require a college degree. Again, I'm not telling you not to go get a college degree if you and your parents have decided that is the thing for you. But if you decide to enter the IT field, a college degree is not necessary. But as with the other positions, there are certifications which require test taking and passing in order to fulfill. Okay? There are many different types of positions that one can take or get in the IT field. You can simply be an IT technician, where you're basically building and fixing computers for others and yourself. Or you can decide that you like designing websites. You can be a web designer. Or you decide that, you know what, I want to be the guy who helps design the collection of data that all of these websites, especially stores, need. Well, that's a database administrator. You wish to be that person. If you decide, even in IT, you wish to be an engineer, you wish to design networks, or you wish to design the next computer. All of those, none of those require you to go to college. But again, It can be a path for you, but you don't have to. You just have to take the necessary certifications and pass those particular exams. So I even looked into waste management. Again, another lofty profession that someone has to do. If it's something that you enjoy doing, by all means, you could do that as well. So it's all a matter of what you and your parents decide what is best, and then pursuing that. Taking the time out to plan ahead to make sure that your cost to get your education so as to pursue the career path in which you wish to pursue cost the least amount of money. You've heard myself and Ms. Kristen talk about advanced placement while you're in high school, so that those are college classes that you can take and don't have to take them in college. So thus it saves you money there. There are grants, scholarships that you can apply for, so that, again, college doesn't have to cost you as much. And in the worst case, there are loans in which you can take out to help cover some of the cost of going to college. So again, if it is something that you need to do for the career path in which you've chosen, make that choice. Do the right thing. If you don't, because your research has told you that it doesn't, and it's not enough just to look online. Don't just look online and look for the career path in which you intend to choose. Because if you look online, almost everything is an ad for a college. So what you want to do is see that, and if you have the opportunity, talk to people in the field. Ask them how they've grown in their positions. How did they start? Ask them whether or not they needed to go to college. And if they said they did, then by all means, that should be part of your plan. If they say no, they did it as an option, then again, you have to decide whether or not that should be part of your plan or not. But if they say no, it hasn't helped me and I'm doing fine, and you've got to find out what fine is, because what fine is for one person may not be fine for the next. Because again, your career decides how you live, how you dress, what house you live in, what neighborhood you live in, what car you drive. So when you're talking about those things, what's fine for me may not be fine for you. So you have to know what that is and make sure that you're talking about apples and apples, and then by all means set your plan and get your plan together, and then set your plan in motion. I am Mr. Williams. It's been a pleasure to speak with you all today. Till next time, take care.